Metal roofs versus shingles. Metal roofs cost 5 times more than asphalt shingles. But before you dismiss them entirely, there's something the roofing industry doesn't want you to know about modern asphalt shingles that's completely changed this debate. Let me explain what I mean. I've been installing roofs in New Jersey for over 2 decades, and I'm seeing homeowners make $30,000 mistakes because they're operating on outdated information. The performance gap between metal and asphalt has narrowed dramatically, but nobody's talking about it. Here's what's really happening. Most contractors are still pushing the old narrative that metal is always superior, while others are dismissing metal roofs entirely because of cost. Both approaches are wrong, and they're costing homeowners, like you, serious money. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly when metal roofs are worth the premium price and when they're complete overkill for your situation. More importantly, you'll know the 3 questions every homeowner should ask before choosing between these materials. Plus, I'll show you the smart compromise strategy that's saving my clients tens of thousands while still giving them the protection and aesthetics they want. Look, your roof is your home's first line of defense. Get this decision wrong, and you're either overpaying by tens of thousands or setting yourself up for expensive problems down the road. I've installed both metal and asphalt roofs on thousands of New Jersey homes, and I've seen the real-world performance data that most contractors won't share with you. Number 1, the performance gap has narrowed, but nobody talks about it. Here's what you need to know first. The gap in performance between metal roofs and asphalt roofs has narrowed significantly. This is important because most homeowners are still making decisions based on information from 10 or 15 years ago. Think of it like comparing cars from 2010 to cars today. The technology, safety features, and performance have evolved dramatically. The same thing has happened with asphalt shingles, but the roofing industry hasn't done a great job of communicating this to homeowners. Modern asphalt shingles now come with warranties covering winds of 150 miles per hour or higher. Let me put that into perspective. That is much stronger than most hurricanes that hit New Jersey. Hurricane Sandy only delivered 90 mile per hour wind gusts to New Jersey. Many styles are also hail resistant with Class 4 impact ratings that match what you get with metal roofing. Recently, I installed impact resistant shingles on a home in Princeton. The homeowner was convinced they needed metal for hail protection, but these new shingles have the same Class 4 impact rating as most metal roofs, at 1/5 the cost. When I showed them the test results, where these shingles withstood 2-inch hailstones without damage, they were amazed. What most homeowners don't realize is that modern asphalt technology has evolved dramatically. We're not talking about the basic 3-tab shingles from 20 years ago. Today's architectural shingles use advanced polymer modified asphalt reinforced with fiberglass mats, and they're designed with multiple layers for enhanced durability. The key thing to understand is this. You need to evaluate roofing materials based on current performance standards, not outdated assumptions. The metal is always better narrative simply isn't true anymore for most residential applications in our climate. This means that for the majority of high-quality asphalt shingles being installed in New Jersey homes will provide excellent protection against our typical weather patterns, from nor'easters to summer storms, without the premium price tag of metal. Number 2, the real cost reality, beyond the sticker shock. Let's talk about what everyone's thinking, but not everyone's discussing honestly. Metal roofs, on average, cost about 5 times more than asphalt roofs. This is why their use is not more widespread. But here's what contractors don't explain. It's not just about the material cost. Think of it like buying a luxury car versus a reliable sedan. Both will get you where you need to go safely, but you're paying a premium for features you may not actually need. A typical asphalt replacement in New Jersey runs about $12,000 to $15,000 for an average-sized home. On the same home with metal, you're looking at $60,000 to $75,000. Here's the honest truth. Many contractors push metal because the profit margins are higher. But as someone who's built my reputation on doing what's right for each homeowner, I have to tell you, most New Jersey homes don't need that level of investment. Let me break down what that extra cost really means. That additional $50,000 could go towards other home improvements, your children's education, or retirement savings. The question becomes, is the incremental benefit worth that opportunity cost? Now, metal roofs do last longer, typically 50 to 70 years compared to about 30 years for quality asphalt shingles. But here's the math that most people don't consider. If you save $50,000 now and invest it conservatively at a 5% annual return, you'll have more than enough to replace that asphalt roof when the time comes. To be exact, you'll have accumulated over $216,000 using that conservative example. The key to understanding when that premium actually makes sense, if you're planning to stay in your home for 40 plus years, have specific aesthetic requirements that only metal can meet, or live in an area with extreme weather conditions that exceed what modern shingles can handle, then metal might be worth considering. But for most homeowners in New Jersey, the cost-benefit analysis doesn't support the premium. Our weather patterns, while sometimes severe, are well within the capabilities of modern asphalt shingle systems when they are properly installed. Number 3, the smart compromise strategy, what I actually recommend. Here's where it gets interesting, and this is the approach I actually recommend to most of my clients. It's common these days to see small sections of a home with metal roofs, such as porch roofs, bay window roofs, or garage roofs, while the rest of the home has asphalt shingles on it. This hybrid approach is brilliant for several reasons. Let me give you a real-world example. I just completed a project in Wall Township where we used this exact strategy. The homeowner wanted the aesthetic appeal of metal on their front porch and dormer, the areas you actually see from the street. For the main roof, high-quality architectural shingles. Total savings, $35,000. And the home looks absolutely stunning. Think of it like this. You're getting the visual impact and longevity benefits of metal where it matters most for curb appeal, while using proven asphalt technology for the bulk of your roof. It's the best of both worlds. Here's the professional reasoning behind this approach. Those smaller sections, porches, dormers, bay windows, are often the most visible parts of your roof from street level. They're also typically easier to access for maintenance and have simpler geometries that make metal installation more cost-effective. Meanwhile, your main roof area, which represents 80% or more of your total roof surface, gets the protection it needs from high-quality asphalt shingles at a fraction of the cost. You're not sacrificing protection. You're optimizing your investment. I've seen this approach work beautifully on everything from colonial homes to contemporary designs. The metal accents add character and visual interest, while the asphalt shingles provide reliable, long-term protection for the majority of your home. The maintenance considerations are important too. With this hybrid approach, if you ever need repairs or touch-ups on the metal sections, you're dealing with smaller, more manageable areas. And if you decide to upgrade the main roof to metal in the future, you can do so without having to replace the accent areas. Remember, even the best asphalt shingles will need replacement in about 30 years. But if you save $50,000 now and invest it wisely, you'll have more than enough to replace that asphalt roof when the time comes, and still come out ahead financially. Number 4, the decision framework. How to choose what's right for you. Whether you choose to install a metal roof on your home or on just a section of it, it will come down to your budget and your personal preference. But let me give you the framework that I use with my clients to make this decision systematically. Here's what I call the 3-question test. First, are you planning to stay in this home for 30 plus years? If not, you'll never recoup the metal roof investment. The premium you pay up front won't translate to enough additional home value to justify the cost if you're moving within the next decade or so. Second, do you live in an area with extreme weather that exceeds what modern shingles can handle? In New Jersey, this is actually rare. Our weather patterns, while sometimes severe, are well within the capabilities of modern asphalt shingle systems. Unless you're in a very specific microclimate with unusual conditions, high-quality shingles will serve you well. Third, is the aesthetic appeal worth the premium to you personally? This is where personal preference really comes into play. Some homeowners absolutely love the look of metal roofing and are willing to pay for that aesthetic. Others are perfectly happy with the appearance of quality architectural shingles. Here's what I tell every homeowner. The most important factor isn't the material you choose, it's the quality of installation. I've seen $75,000 metal roofs fail because of poor installation, and I've seen 20-year-old asphalt roofs that look brand new because they were installed correctly. Your roof system includes proper ventilation, quality underlayment, and meticulous flashing details. Get these fundamentals right, and either material will protect your home for decades. Skimp on installation quality, and even the most expensive materials will fail prematurely. This is why choosing the right contractor is more important than choosing between metal and asphalt. A properly installed asphalt roof will outperform a poorly installed metal roof every single time. The real differentiator in roof performance comes down to 3 critical factors: proper ventilation design, quality underlayment selection, and precise flashing installation. These are the areas where most contractors cut corners, and these shortcuts cause the majority of roof failures that I see, regardless of whether the roof is metal or asphalt. When I evaluate a roofing project, I spend as much time planning the ventilation system and flashing details as I do selecting the surface material, because at the end of the day, your roof is a system, not just a collection of materials. So remember, the performance gap between metal and asphalt has narrowed dramatically. Modern shingles offer excellent protection at a fraction of the cost. The smart money is often on high-quality asphalt with strategic metal accents where you want the visual impact. But here's what we haven't talked about yet: the installation mistakes that can turn even the best materials into expensive problems. There are 3 critical errors I see contractors make on 80% of roof installations, and any one of them can void your warranty and leave you vulnerable to water damage. Now that you understand the real differences between metal and asphalt roofing, you need to know how to spot the installation red flags that could cost you thousands. In my next video, the 3 roof installation mistakes that void your warranty, I'll show you exactly what to look for during your project to ensure you get the protection you're paying for, regardless of which material you choose.